Alright, so we stopped it here, I think, last time. True?
لا I guess before.
This one.
Before ولا after?
No, we covered the keyframes.
اخذنا هاي الصورة.
Okay. Then I think this one we did not start.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so in this example, let me show you what's gonna happen. So we're having here a path. Okay, sorry. Not a path. A straight line path, okay? It comes from here, point 0, 0, all the way to point 100, 100. Okay? So the expectation is that this box now moves from here all the way there. But again, how does it progress from here to there? Remember when we talked about the keyframes? And then we talked about the key values. What's a key value? The value that updates over time for this keyframe to reflect, right? So here, what do you think is updating for this motion to happen? The X and Y, exactly. Can you tell me the pace of progress?
The what?
The pace of motion.
How fast?
Not how fast, like how it jumps.
100.
It's from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Okay, but how does it move from here to here directly?
لا كم بكسل كل مرة ما بعرف.
Exactly, okay, nice. In terms of pixels, so I can talk about it this way, okay? So this is the first move, right? Second move.
كل
Third
5
move.
كاتبين بالكود. كل 5000.
And so on, right? So this is now point 44, let's say, point 33, 22. Then 1, 1, right? So it moves with the pace of 1 every time, from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, all the way to 100. Agree?
By default, it moves by.
Here by default, yes, but later you can move and control the pace of motion. So what's happening here? We are having the pane and the rectangle. So the rectangle starts at 0, 0, width and height equal, that's why you see it square. We have two key values, X and Y. Again, these two keeps on updating, exactly. So it reflects the final output that you want to reach, which is 100. So you take the current X property or Y property all the way to 100. Okay? Please.
0, 0 is the place of.
ايه كان بدي
Initial.
اسال كمان.
That's the initial point.
ايه ليش مو بالزاوية فوق؟
It actually starts from here. بس هي على ما بعمل recording
سكرين
it
شوت يعني.
moves. Yeah. Recording then.
اوكي.
Actually, this is 100, 100, sorry. It has to stop here. Okay? But yeah, it starts actually from there. Okay? Now I define my own keyframe object, and inside this keyframe I define the duration in milliseconds, or in seconds, or in minutes, or in hours. Again, we agreed when time increases, what happens to your speed?
Decrease.
Decreases, right? And the opposite way around, right?
Yes.
So this happens for both X and Y. So the X and Y as key values will define your keyframe every time. Good? Now let's define our own timeline. Your timeline takes in consideration this frame, keyframe, right? So this keyframe includes the time, includes the X and Y positions. And then you play this timeline. So you run the time frame based on the time, based on the changes made to the key values. Yes.
دكتورة يعني هلا كل 5000 ملي سكند بيتغير الاكس والواي 1 بكسل على حسب هيك
Yes.
هيك الحسبة؟
Yes, every 5,000 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 5 seconds, every 5 seconds, it moves. Not every, no, the whole animation takes place over 5 seconds. So it moves from here to here in 5 seconds.
طب كيف أنا بحدد يعني كل كم بتتحرك؟
Now, if you speed it up,
I'm so sorry.
if you speed this one up, let's assume I put this as 10K. So what's going to happen now?
كل
It's very slower, right? If this was 500,
فهمت.
very fast, right? So this can tell you the pace of motion, okay? Remember when we said it has to be measurable speed?
فهمت هون يعني ممكن تكون confusing شوي لانه ما حددنا نحن كم بكسل يعني على الديفولت فلما نحدد بكون افهم اكثر.
هي حاليا it moves one by one default.
يعني هي واحدة بس لازم تكون خالصة ب5 سكند.
Yes, exactly.
فهمت.
So again, with the speed, this might actually either be faster or slower, but it will visit every single pixel for sure. Okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
what happens if we give it a time that's too low for it?
Too low for it.
Yeah, like let's say
You mean too low, like 10, let's say, which is part
Yeah.
of a.
for it to move.
Then you will just see it disappearing, appearing,
Oh, okay.
really quick. You will not even see the animation. Okay. By the way, this was part of old games before. I told you about this,
Yeah.
right? So lagging and buffering and the way the speed works, it's so hard, especially with the graphics items. So this can cause actually
lag, صح?
an error and lag, exactly. Yes.
You can't have it be like less time but fast.
Last time but fast, what do you mean last
I mean,
time?
the time is less, but it's still fast.
I mean this time is
Okay, so in that case, if you want to do it this way, okay, here it's like, let's assume these are checkpoints, okay? You move here pixel by pixel. Now, if you want to increase that pace, this would be automatically faster. So for example, remember when we talked about the sliders? Did we cover sliders?
Yes.
So here I can make it, let's say, move by 10 from here to here directly without even getting inside that part. Or I can make it, let's say, bigger, so from 0 to 100 in one pace, either on off, right? So if you want to make it speedy, while at the same time you don't have to visit each and every pixel, you can define this pace. Huh? So in the coming slides, when we get into the transition parts, this will be easier, more flexible to use. Right, let me get into the types of animations. So I'm going to start here with the path transition. If you remember, we talked about 5 types: pass, fade, fill.
rotate,
reverse كمان صح؟
This is
rotate,
part of any transition.
rotate.
Rotate and parallel, right? So let's start with the first one, the path transition. So here you define 2 things, path and path transition. Who can tell me the difference between them?
Path and back transition.
What's the difference between path and path transition?
البارامترز.
The path is the path itself.
The path moves. The path you need to. Wait, I don't know. I'm gonna try, but it might sound really stupid. If we're talking about like a character, the path you need to move that character on your own. But then path transition, it moves on its own.
يعني
باث من
The
بوينت
not
تو بوينت
fully
صح؟
accurate.
The path
It's باث انه from x to y.
باث الشكل
Transition.
This is
عن
right.
جد؟
Wait, what is it?
Like, so a path is simply a shape. Now using this shape you can define the animation. So path transition is mostly interested in the animation part, while the path is only the shape. So what do we have here? I have path, whatever you call it, equal new path, and then we have taken get children, right? Get points, get items, excellent. What else? Get selected NDCs or get selection model or focused model. What else? Okay. Let's add for them now the get elements. Okay. We deal with that mostly when it comes to the animation part. So talking about lines, it's one of three possibilities. It's either it's a horizontal line or vertical line or a line that's free. Any X and any Y, right?
For what?
For any line, yes.
Yeah.
So if it's horizontal line, let's assume I move here from 0, 0. What do you expect this point to be? Give any number.
2 2 لا اكثر 100 100
0 0 0
اوكي لانه
0 10.
والله ذكيه.
Now if this is 10 20. Huh, what do you expect this one
10
to be?
20
50 20
ايه 10 30 مثلا.
الدنيا انا right
ايه
اقول
صح صح.
20 20 0 0
So again, when moving horizontal,
So you're talking about the y 10 50
Oh,
oh no the y is
this
this wait the y the x stays the same the y changes
when you move on X, here, when you
Increase.
move horizontal,
0
which one stays the same? Is it X
Y.
or Y?
y
I mean,
Y is the same. So this is 0, 10, okay? So 10, 0. Now here, moving in vertical line, which one remains the same?
Y stays.
no
10, then
20
any value, right? So let's know this. Same, huh? Same what?
X.
Same X. This is same Y, right? Okay. Now if I have any other free line, this is simply like the way we create a line. You define its own X and Y, starting points,
start X start Y.
X and Y ending points, exactly. So that's what we do here. We have get elements.add and add all, of course. Here we define the starting point. So this is new move to X, Y, so this is your start. Then new H line 2. Who can tell me what is that?
Horizontal.
Horizontal line 2, right? If this was this way, what do we call it?
Vertical
V
line.
line 2, right? Then here you define only one argument, which is what? If this is horizontal, it becomes
vertical Y.
new X. If this was V, then this is
Y.
Y. Okay? So you move here with X and Y, but here only the changing point. Okay? The last point is when you play. Okay. So this one here is the play statement. You get to see it in all transitions, so keep it, okay? Now, how about the path transition? So now we got our path. This path, now I know its own start and its own destination, right? Then I create my own path transition to start this animation. So what I need now, what's missing?
Time.
Time. I need the duration in milliseconds, seconds, minutes, whatever. I need to know
البعض.
which path I will move on. I need to know which item I'm moving, right? So which node? Are you moving a circle? Are you moving rectangle, image?
Okay.
So this is the node,
Is it?
this is the path, this is the duration.
Is it, for example, if you're putting a whole character, for example, you're gonna move the hand, you're gonna move the node. This is the node.
Yes, the character now is your node, exactly.
The character كله ولا only, for example, the hand or the head?
Does the hand move like separate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what you mean by node.
Yes. The item that moves. Yes, true. Like if I do this, let's say, then this is what?
This is the node.
An arc motion, right? By the way, now this brings us to that point. This path could be any possible shape. So here we define a path, right? What if I want to move it like this?
Arc.
What if it's an arc? What if it's ellipse? What if it's what? What if it's a polygon motion? What do you think?
Still works.
All of this, right? So any possible shape, you can start anything. You can define any possible shape and then start the animation on this path. Okay? Okay. Now last step again, once everything is ready, you start moving it. Alright, who can tell me what's happening here?
أنا إن شاء الله أنا.
Yeah, tell me.
أوكي. أول شيء سوينا البين، بعدين عملنا النود اللي حنخليها تتحرك اللي هي سيركل، وعملنا لها ست فيل لايت بلو لوناها، بعدين عملنا الباث الشكل.
Light blue? What?
إيه.
ايه light blue؟
السيركل
photo.
set
Okay,
fill.
this one.
اللي هي النود اللي حنخليها تتحرك. بعدين عملنا الباث اللي هو اللاين بظن هذا.
Okay.
بعدين ضفنا على الباث، بعدين عملنا اللوكيشن تبعه من وين ببلش، وعملنا اتش لاين
طيب,
هوريزونتال.
give me the coordinates of the starting point.
اكس الستارتنج بوينت 50 50.
Okay.
بعدين اخر اتش لاين هوريزونتال يعني يعني بعد ما يخلص ال 50 50 حيطلع الهوريزونتال هيك صح؟ الهوريزونتال هيك ايه خلص معناتها حيضل يكمل ال 200.
Give me the final coordinates.
زيرو لا 200 صفر 200 زيرو.
250.
شو 50 ايه 50 ماشي يعني ما بتحرك ما بتغير قصدي.
Yes, it's a straight line, right? Excellent. Okay.
بعدين ضفنا الباث والنود اللي حتتحرك عليه على البين بشكل عام. بعدين عملنا الانيميشن بالباث
So the
ترانزيشن
animation would last for how many seconds?
4 سكند.
ممتاز.
حيخلص كل الهي ب4 سكند
ممتاز. Okay.
بس والباقي.
And then go back and forth, back and forth.
Nice. Okay. How many time forward? How many time backward?
I have a question. What if you don't want the line to show?
I will come to this.
Twice
Thank you.
forward, twice backwards. No,
Huh.
please don't tell me I'm wrong.
شو؟
Yes.
True. That's true.
One time with
Yeah,
one.
that's 4. So 4 here is defined as forward, backward, forward, backward. Right?
So it will not lag.
No. Because it moves from the same last point. This becomes its own start.
So this
So
is
it's
one.
like,
This is
it's
two.
like an actual character moving this way.
Yeah.
See? Like this. 1,
Two.
then 2, and so on.
Wait.
Let me show it to you.
Is it that dependent on the frames per second of the... The frames per second of the device.
لا
Again?
4 سكند.
Of the frames per second of the device. Does it do behind the scene work to make it the same for every device? Because-
That's going to be the same for every device. So we still haven't get into the graphics yet.
Yeah. Oh,
So we're
okay.
still dealing with a shape that's well defined. Okay?
Yeah.
And when you are dealing with characters,
Yeah, because in Unity we have time vector to time.
Yes.
So
no, here it's simple because that's a fixed shape. And again, you don't have like a vector you're dealing with. It's very simple instead. But when you start moving towards more complex shapes, characters, and things that are animated, yeah, you will need this.
دكتورة شو عملت الست اوتو ريفرس؟ ما شفتها عم تقلب.
Again, watch it again.
عم بتطلع على الغيمة على فكرة أنا.
لا.
والله لازم عم بتطلع على الغيمة. قلت لايت بلو مثل ما عم بقول وين الريفرس ما عم دقلب. شو قصدك هلا شرحت I know.
Okay, that's the first one. See, left to right.
طيب هي
Then backward, it's not moving. So left again. So this is the second cycle. Third cycle now started. It ended. Then back to the last.
دكتورة يعني الأوتو ريفرس بخليها تروح وترجع ولا تقلب كليا يعني؟
تروح وترجع. Yes.
إيه
Forward.
الأوتو ريفرس إنه الروحة والرجعة مو إنه تضل مكملة. هيك؟
Yes. And forward again.
ولا أوتو ريفرس بيقلب الشيب.
لا, we're not talking about rotation here. Just the flip of motion. That's it.
أوكي
That's
فهمت.
what I have. My question
Yes.
was if it was false, then it's gonna go one.
Excellent.
ترجع. Two.
لا حتى تكمل لين 4 مرات حتمشي 4
Then
لقدام.
it disappears again.
Yeah, that's what
إيه هيك عم تقول هي.
ترجع من هون.
أيوة, yes. But you will not see what's happening.
Yeah.
Exactly. True. Excellent.
Doctor, the move to the amount of points you put into that decides the shape we have. Where did we decide it's going to be a line? Type second.
That's the line coordinates. These two statements are taking care of the line. See this?
Yeah.
That's why we said these two could be replaced with any possible shape. Create
How-
any
how-
possible shape and put this shape object here. Now it works. Sorry, not here.
عم
Apology.
بقولها.
Here. Where? Here. Sorry. Here. This one.
Okay.
Oh, again, ask me. What's confusing you?
So if I want to make like example like a polygon, I
Yeah.
just add more points to that.
You create your polygon the normal way. Create it, okay?
Okay.
Once it's there, you can double check by making it like appearing on the interface itself. But when it comes to the motion, make sure you add it here before the object, so it becomes your actual path.
Okay.
Okay, this could be any shape again, polygon, polyline. If you want to make it circle, ellipse, arc, line, anything. Okay. All right. So we agreed these three options are common for all the transition types you will see: the set cycle count, set auto reverse, and play. Right. Okay. Now, what if I want to remove this line here from the display? And by the way, we don't actually let these paths appear except for testing. Yes,
Can
Ryan.
we maybe set the color to the background?
Mm,
If I set it to white, really?
no.
If I click wrong, but low key, if we
But doctor,
could that work though? Does that not make
Yeah.
sense?
It could work, yeah. It could work.
But it's extra steps.
Oh, okay.
So you can take out one statement
Is there a
here.
method?
Just take out one statement
Remove the
or part of a statement.
the circle? No.
You're
Really?
close. You're close. Which one?
We remove the path
Where?
from the get children?
Yes, exactly. This part. Excellent. Just that. So I'm only making it appearing for testing purposes, okay? But if I don't want just to remove it, the circle will do the job once you start the animation. But you will not see the line of motion. If you want to see it for testing, do this way.
Wait, so if
Oh
you
my
remove the
God.
path, it won't show the line?
It won't show the line, but it's still effective for the path transition.
When you first said it, remove
Okay.
path.
إذا عملت
Path false, sit visible. But what's the point? يعني إذا you don't يعني okay, you can. You can. By the way, I forgot to tell you this, but remember when we say, for example, there is getChildren.add, there is also getChildren.remove. So if you want to use this as well, because at runtime you might end up removing some nodes, depending on the current condition, okay? So if this happens, you can still use the remove and remove all, okay? طيب.
one more point. Continuing my point I might مثلا يكون بدي إياه لون غير.
Okay. The path itself?
Set color هيك.
So you want it at runtime to change color?
Maybe or like أصلاً أعمل له.
So it appears in different color?
It appears أصلاً بس it's there يعني بس it's in مثلا light gray for example.
Okay, that's fine. Take the object name, what do you call it, path, then dot set fill. That's
زي كأنه شيء.
كأنه shape, exactly. كأنه shape. Okay. Now fading. So fading means what? We're starting from a ratio to another ratio. What's wrong?
That's smaller.
So from one ratio to another, okay? Like, let me just recall back a concept I explained really quick. Remember when we talked about the RGP? Red?
red green blue
We said it's usually a value from 0 to
255.
excellent. Now, did I discuss with you this code?
No.
RGPA stands for red, green, blue,
Random.
alpha.
Yeah, opacity.
What was that?
I don't know, doctor, I heard like 10 different
So A here is simply alpha. Alpha means, okay, you do the entire mix of colors the way you want. Now this alpha controls whether it's solid or transparent. So it's the opacity ratio, okay? And it has also a range of values between 0 and 1. So if I say 1, this is full solid. If I say 0, this is full transparent. If I say 0.5, this is half transparent, okay? And so on. Okay, so I start here with the fade transition, similar, same exact scenario. We define here the duration and which node is going to move with this transition. Now I will need two values, the set from and the set to, right? Now we have initial opacity value and the final opacity value. This could be what value?
0 من 0 ل 1
1 or 0. 1 to 0, 0 to 1.
Again?
You can have it 1 and then 0.
0, okay, nice. So this means what, if I put it this way?
Oh, wait.
it fades
It fades, it
It starts
disappears.
this strong.
Yeah.
Exactly, nice. If this was 0.8 to 0.1,
It gets
يصير
Gets more
أغمق لا
transparent.
no, it gets lower.
lower.
Yeah, gets more transparent.
Gets more transparent, right? Nice. And then the play again, just to activate the image. Okay, example. So I have a rectangle in Q. Then I define here the fade transition. It moves from 1 to 0.1. So this is going to go towards transparent. Who can tell me what's going to happen scenario-wise?
Wait, let me see.
أنا بعرف.
مم.
شو حتصير كل القصة حتصير ب6 سكند.
Oh, that's it. Okay, Rania, continue.
It goes from dark to light, and there's no. It's only gonna be the rectangle on the pane, like
Excellent.
no line, no anything.
Excellent.
And it sets the cycle count to 2, so it's only gonna go once forward and once backward because it says auto
So
reverse
what's
2.
forward, what's backward? in my
It's
case?
gonna go from 50-50 to 100-100. No, 50-100.
Do I have path transition here?
لا حتكون أغمق أفتح أغمق أفتح.
Yeah.
So the reverse here is going to be on the fade. Okay?
Also from 1 to 0.1.
Exactly. So you start the first cycle. Where's the pen?
And it's gonna be 6 steps.
So the first cycle is going to be from 1
to 0.1.
to 0.1. Then from
0.1 to 1.
to 1. This is the second. Do we have more?
No.
That's it. That's it. Okay? So it's only 2 cycles. Fade out, fade out, and then fade in. Right?
دكتورة هذا مثل لما يتدمج اللاعب هيك بيعمل هذا.
Yeah. We explained the scenarios last time, remember? The gaming? Okay. So this is simply how it looks like. See that?
ما يطرق شغلة أو هيك. ممكن نحط حواجز.
Wow.
Okay.
لازم تكون تطلعها عشان نفهم.
Let's see the fill. What do you think fill works for?
فل الكل
Color 1 to color 2, right?
Yeah.
So imagine, I think this was part of your second. Was it? Okay. So imagine I'm trying to add any object that will change color from, I don't know, from yellow, let's say, to red. Like when the sun comes in or the moon comes in. You see grades, right? You don't see a single color, it's a shade. So imagine you want to display this. Okay? So how would you do it?
fill transition.
Fill transition. Now we have duration, which object, then 2 arguments, initial color and final color. So this can be yellow, this can be red, or it can be any possible RGB, or any possible.
RGB.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's that drawing you drew there? What did you say?
This one? Sure. Again, imagine you have moon.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the moon while, not the moon, sorry, the sun while it rises up?
Yeah.
Does it get in yellow directly?
I
Have you ever seen the sky shades?
Yeah, it
Is
goes
there
over
any of you?
pink or like.
It goes over
yeah.
shades, right? You see it
Orange.
between orange to
Yeah.
red, and then it goes towards blue slightly, and then dark blue, and so on, right?
Yeah.
دكتورة طب شو الحسبة تبعهم؟ كيف بينقل من الأخضر للأصفر مثلا؟ شو الحسبة؟
So again, keep in mind that you have every possible color a collection of RGB. Okay?
بيزيد ولا بينقص يعني ولا كيف؟
I'll tell you. Okay. Let's assume I'm moving. Let's say from let me say
red to green.
Green to blue لأنه similar. Okay. Similar in shape. Okay. So green is what? I can define this to be 0, 2, 5, 5, 0, right? Then this one is what? 0, 0, 2, 5, 5. Agree? Like when this one decreases gradually and this one increases gradually, what's going to happen?
يقرب على الأرض. أوكي. دكتور مثل هيل اللاعب صح؟ لما يكون أحمر ويصير أخضر.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Make sense? Okay. Again, play is there. Come. Like this one. Huh. You can tell me what's happening here.
حيتحول لون السيركل من ريد ليلو.
Excellent. Now see this.
Yellow to red.
In 10 seconds, exactly. How many cycles? Which means
آه،
what?
تقدر
The first one is
red yellow
red
yellow red.
yellow to yellow red. Excellent.
لك ايه صح ريفرس ترو.
See this? Okay?
كثير طويلة 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10
لازم
seconds
نقصرها.
طويل. Okay. But pay attention in 10 seconds is split على 2 cycles.
5 5.
Yeah. So it's 5 5.
إيه دكتورة لو زودنا
It's the
الوقت.
number of counts.
How is it changing between different shades of yellow and red?
Again?
Because
What?
look, the shades are changing. Like it would go like from okay red. What is it playing? And then it goes from an orange yellow to like a lighter yellow.
Yes.
Like, look.
Oh, this is yellow. Again, we said every color is shade from 0 to 255.
Oh, so it takes everything in between as well.
Yes,
Like, oh,
yes.
Okay.
So it gets you the
So
intensity
it's like the
ratio.
perfect shade. Okay.
Yes.
دكتورة عندي سؤال كثير
Yes.
منطقي.
Yes.
دكتورة لما نزيد الوقت بيطلع شيبس بالالوان اكثر؟
Shapes بالألوان
ايه يعني
أكتر.
مثلا
Shades بالألوان أكتر.
شيدز قصدي سوري.
No, بس الترانزيشن هو اللي بيكون أبطأ أو أسرع.
ما له دخل الالوان.
Yeah, but if we make it too
إيه،
fast, then we
حيمر
won't
You
see
won't
it.
see. You won't see colors.
ايه بس لو خليته ساعة كاملة حيمر من اخضر غامق اخضر فاتح. ما ولا ما دخله. بس
No,
منطقي.
no, it makes sense, but you will see very slight changes, Command. It might be very hard to notice. But yes, it will go over every possible shade. Again, from the 0 to 255. Try it over 10 minutes.
ايه لك صح هو حيمر هيك بس الفرق السرعة.
Yeah,
فهمت منطقي.
nice. Okay, rotate. Again, rotate transition. That's what I was telling you about. Is it you or Rana?
لا اتوقع يس.
Okay, so instead of to and from, you can just use the pi angle. Okay?
Okay.
Pi angle means what is the degree of rotation. Again, keep in mind rotation is not a path. So if I told you an object is rotating this way, is that rotate or a path?
روتيت.
Yani it starts here, it ends here.
لا.
No, that's not.
That's path. Okay? But if I told you this box here
Turn
rotates,
upside down.
so this point gets to be here. See? Now this is rotate. You rotate
Yeah.
above the origin. Okay?
Yeah.
Type. So this is now the difference between them. Now this one accepts duration and object, and you define here the angle of rotation. Again, two possibilities, either positive or, if this was positive, you go what?
كاونتر كلوك وايز.
If you go positive, it's
كاونتر كلوك وايز مثل ما قلت.
it's clockwise. If negative, it's
Counterclockwise.